Welcome to the Panther Support channel, everybody. My name is Amrith. This is the first of several videos that we will create. This Learning Panther series is perfect for somebody who needs a hands-on overview of how to use the Panther tool to maybe update their JPL code, their C code, their Java code, or their Panther screens, as well as report writers. Well, if that's your scenario, you've come to the right place. Lesson number 1, opening the Panther development environment. These are the topics we'll be covering. We'll talk about how you would open up the Panther editor for a development environment. We will cover a couple configuration files like the Prol5 w32.ini file, as well as your smvars file. And I'll also show you how you would enable or disable Java for use in your Panther environment. Opening the Panther editor. Alright, as you can tell, I have got multiple versions of Panther installed on my C drive. When this video was made, the latest version or latest release was Panther 5.52. Now, how would you access this version of Panther? The best way or the quickest way is to go to our go-to website, docs.prolifics.com, and notice there are several boxes here. What you'll do is click on the first guy here. It says trial license. All right, Panther 5.52 is now released. Of course, if you're watching this video a year later, it'll be Panther 5.53 or 4. Now, to access the latest version of Panther, all you have to do is contact us using this email address, support@prolifics.com. Now, once you have downloaded this trial version, you will need a trial license. You will need to click on the Get License button here, and we will get you and in fact, you'll instantly get a 45-day license. Just put your email address here, submit, and we'll email you a 45-day license. All right, so installing Panther is really quite simple and very straightforward. Just follow instructions. And once you've installed Panther, this is what the structure will look like. You'll have an array of 9 to 12 folders here. I've installed my Panther COM version, which does not include the web. I've also installed my Oracle drivers, since I'll need to connect to my Oracle database. To open up the Panther editor, you'll want to drill into the util folder. The util folder contains all the executables needed for the application, and the executable you're looking for is prodev32.exe. This is your Panther editor, your development environment. ProRun32.exe, this is your runtime application. So when you double click your prodev32.exe, I've got two monitors here, so the application opens up on my other monitor. When you open this up, it actually picks up the ini file from your Windows folder, C Windows folder, which I usually rather have my own ini file that I can control, that's saved on my desktop in a specific folder. So what we'll do is let's go and create a shortcut. All right, I will move it to my desktop. Go up here. All right, so this is my Panther 5.52 shortcut. All right, I double click on it. It still opens up fine. Again, I am using the initialization file from my Windows folder. But let me show you how to customize which initialization file I like it to use. I'll go to the properties of the icon. And this is the start-in folder. This is the executable I'm using. I'm actually going to pick up my ini file from the base directory of where Panther is installed. So Panther is installed in C Prolifics Panther 5.52, and I have an initialization file in my config folder. But the name of the initialization file is called Prol5 w32. All right, this is where it's at. My config folder. Go down to my piece, Prol5W32. All right, and we'll take a look at that particular file in a bit. So right now I'm forcing my executable to point to this particular initialization file. Click OK. Let's look at the ini file. I'm opening this in Notepad. And the first thing I'll see here is frame title. Let's update the frame title just to confirm that we are indeed using the correct ini file. So I added 2019 here. I'm saving it. Let me go ahead and reopen up Panther 552 and pay attention to the screen title right here. Okay, oops, this is an Oracle error I'm seeing. That's fine. So I have confirmed that I am indeed using the correct initialization file. All right, let's go back to the ini file. And just want to pay attention to your SM base. SM base is the location where Panther is installed, the initial installation of Panther. Think of that as your base directory. SMF libs will point to a library or libraries that contain all your Panther artifacts, which will include screens, JPL files, images, reports, and so on. A license file, you definitely need a license file to check out ProDev, to even run the editor. And again, this license file can be obtained from our website or from the support team. And lastly, I want to point out how would you connect your database? So how would you load database drivers? In my example here, I have chose to load my Oracle driver. So what I have to do is set install to Oracle. If you're using Informix or Sybase or or ODBC, you'll set that appropriately. And by default, when you install Panther, you'll choose the drivers you'd like to install. If you've chosen ODBC, the ODBC DLLs will replace these Aura DM32 DLL drivers, and installed will be set to ODBC. In my case, I chose to install the Oracle driver, so installed is set to Oracle here. Now, if I'm using Oracle, I have to make sure my Oracle home and path are set. So you can, now this is new to Panther 552, you can actually set your environment variables directly in your initialization file. So I've got Oracle home set to Oracle 12, and I've got to make sure my path contains the Oracle bin folder. Let me save it and open up Panther. All right, notice I don't have the Oracle error anymore. And this is my environment. This is where I'll be updating my screens, my JPL files. I'm also able to connect to the Oracle database here, file open database, Oracle. And here I'll put in my user and password as needed. Now, another configuration file I like to point out is the smvars file. If you recalled the initialization file, let me go back to the ini file here. The initialization file contained a variable called smvars right here. It's set to nothing. It's because by default, it looks for the smvars file in your smbase config folder. So let's go to our smbase folder, which is my Prolifics Panther 552 config folder. So it's referenced from the smbase folder. Now, the smvars file, I like to call it the mother of all configuration files. There is an ASCII version of it as well as a binary version of it. Your ProDev executable picks up the binary version of it. But in order to, read it and understand what's in the binary version, you open up the ASCII version, make changes, and then convert it to binary using the utility called bintovar. All right. So this smvars file points to the 4 or 5 different configuration files, like your key file, your color map file, if you're trying to change colors, update colors, message file, that's your message files. This is also where you could set your SM path. So Panther will know where to search for disk resident files. like your images, JPL files, and so on. This is also where you will be able to initialize, your Java. If you're using the Java interface from your Panther application, you must set your Java, uncomment your SM Java factory. You'll want to uncomment, well, this is fine because it's set to, by default, Java is used. You will also want to make sure you point SM Java library to your jvm.dll. So you'll find your GRE that's installed on your PC, your server, and make sure you specify the full path to your Java engine here. Once you've updated your smvars file, you will convert it using the var to bin utility, and it will generate a smvars.bin file right here. And you restart Panther, and you have got an updated smvars.bin. All right, folks, that's all I have today for lesson 1. I've got lesson 2 coming up, so please do subscribe. If you like the video, press the like button or subscribe. And if you have any queries, questions, please comment them in the comment section or email us at support@prolifics.com. All right, watch out for lesson 2. Thank you.